something ancient, something not of this world, is racing straight toward our sun. For weeks now, the brightest minds on Earth have been staring through our most powerful telescopes, trying to understand what exactly this strange light in the sky is. But with every new discovery, the mystery only grows deeper. And soon, time will run out. The object will vanish behind the blinding glare of the sun, disappearing from view, leaving behind more questions than answers. What is this thing? Where did it come from? And why does it seem so different from anything we've ever seen before? Before this mysterious object disappears behind the sun forever, make sure you're part of the discovery. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us as we uncover the truth behind one of the strangest interstellar visitors ever detected. Every clue, every image, every revelation could change what we know about life beyond our solar system, and you won't want to miss a single update. Astronomers have officially named it 3I Atlas. The name might sound unusual, but it tells us two key things. This is the third known interstellar visitor ever detected, and it was discovered by the Atlas system, short for the Asterisk Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. Interstellar means it doesn't belong here. It's a traveler from another star, an object born in a distant solar system somewhere far across our galaxy, possibly twice as old as our own sun, and that alone makes it extraordinary. We've only ever spotted two interstellar objects before. The first was Oumuamua, discovered in 2017. That cigar-shaped rock tumbled through our solar system like a cosmic intruder, leaving scientists baffled. It didn't behave like a comet, it didn't shine like an asteroid, and it even seemed to accelerate as it moved away. To this day, we still don't know what it was. Then came 2I/Borisov, the second visitor. It was much more familiar, behaving like a textbook comet, complete with a bright tail. But 3I Atlas, this one is different. It's stranger than both. When astronomers first detected it on July 1st, 2025, 3I Atlas was floating between Mars and Jupiter, moving at a staggering speed. Later, after analyzing earlier images, NASA realized that TESS, the Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, had already captured it weeks before, back on May 7th, when it was still between Saturn and Jupiter. That means this object has been on a fast, direct path toward the sun for months. To put its speed in perspective, think about the Voyager probes. When NASA launched them on a direct course to Jupiter, they took almost 2 years to reach it. 3I Atlas covered that distance in a matter of months. It's moving so fast that the sun's gravity can't catch it. Its trajectory is hyperbolic, meaning it will enter, swing by, and then escape our solar system forever. But it's not just its speed that's blowing minds. It's what we're seeing as it moves. When TESS spotted it in May, the object was still far beyond Jupiter's orbit, a region where most icy bodies are frozen solid and quiet. And yet, 3I Atlas was already glowing brightly and growing brighter each day. That shouldn't happen. Normally, comets only begin to shine when they get close enough to the sun for their icy surfaces to start sublimating, turning from solid ice directly into gas. That process creates the bright, fuzzy coma we see around comets. But 3I Atlas began sublimating too early, far beyond the zone where sunlight could warm a typical water-ice comet. So, if it's a hummet, it's not like any we've ever known. It seems to contain different materials, possibly something much more volatile than water ice. Something that can turn to gas even in the deep cold beyond Jupiter. As it approached, it got even weirder. Astronomers noticed a tail beginning to form around it. Normal for a comet, but this one broke the rules. The tail wasn't streaming away from the sun, it was pointing toward it. That defies basic physics. The sun constantly blows a powerful stream of charged particles called solar wind, which normally pushes comet tails away. But 3I Atlas seemed to resist it, almost as if it were generating its own force, its own gravity, or some magnetic field that shaped its tail the wrong way. That anomaly alone was enough to grab the attention of every major space observatory on Earth. Soon, NASA and other space agencies turned their most powerful eyes toward it. The Hubble Space Telescope, the James Webb, TESS again, and even the new SPHEREX satellite, which studies cosmic origins. What they found was astonishing. 3I Atlas isn't made primarily of water ice. Its coma is composed mostly of carbon dioxide, a huge red flag that we're dealing with something exotic. The ratio of CO2 to water is about 8:1, which is completely opposite of what we see in typical comets. That means this object likely formed in a solar system with a completely different chemical makeup than ours. Somewhere ancient, somewhere alien. The cloud surrounding it is massive, stretching out nearly 300,000 kilometers in every direction, almost half the diameter of the Sun itself. To produce that much gas, the solid core at its center must be far larger than expected. Early estimates put its size at 11 to 20 kilometers across, but new data suggests it could be closer to 46 kilometers wide, making it one of the largest interstellar objects ever detected. But the surprises didn't stop there. Observations from Chile's Very Large Telescope revealed something even more baffling. Inside its coma, scientists detected nickel, but no trace of iron. That's a cosmic mystery. Nickel and iron are born together in the hearts of supernovae. They're cosmic siblings, almost always found side by side in asteroids, planets, and meteorites. Finding one without the other is almost impossible, unless it's been separated artificially. That discovery sent shockwaves through crews, the scientific community, because the only time we've ever seen pure nickel without iron is here on Earth, after industrial refinement. So, how did an interstellar object get that way? Could it be the remains of some alien technology? A probe? A spacecraft? Now, no one's jumping to conclusions, but the evidence is strange enough that theories are flying. Some suggest the brightness changes we've seen aren't just natural sublimation, but signs of artificial lighting or controlled energy release. Others imagine it might be a massive vessel venting CO2, perhaps from life support systems or biological processes. And the wildest theory, that 3I Atlas isn't a machine at all, but a living organism, a gigantic cosmic creature drifting between stars, consuming dust and gas, and exhaling carbon dioxide as it travels. It sounds like science fiction, yet right now, no one can fully disprove it. Every time we study it, we uncover more contradictions. It glows where it shouldn't. It moves faster than it should. It contains materials that shouldn't exist together. Everything about it screams alien, not necessarily intelligent, but undeniably foreign. And time is running out. As it speeds toward the Sun, we have only weeks left before it vanishes behind the solar glare. That's why scientists are racing to capture every image, every spectrum, every ounce of data before it's gone. In early October, 3I Atlas will pass within 28 million kilometers of Mars. Close enough for two orbiting spacecraft, Mars Express and the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, to take high-resolution photographs. They won't be sharp enough to reveal intricate details, but they might finally show us the true shape of the object, hiding at the center of that enormous glowing cloud. After that, it will disappear behind the Sun by late October. By the time we see it again in December, it will be on its way out, fading into the cold, dark beyond. But one last chance remains. On March 16, 2026, it will swing past Jupiter for the final time before leaving our solar system forever. And out there, still circling Jupiter's storms, is Juno, NASA's veteran spacecraft. Originally scheduled to end its mission in 2025, Juno's final task was supposed to be a dramatic dive into Jupiter's atmosphere. But now, there's talk of a different ending. Instead of crashing, it could steer toward 3I Atlas, using the last of its power to intercept this interstellar traveler. Imagine that, a human-built probe, born of our solar system, meeting a visitor from another. A fleeting encounter in the endless dark, a handshake across the stars. Until then, astronomers continue their vigil. Every telescope, every eye, every mind focused on this one mysterious speck of light. What is it? A comet, but not quite? A relic from an alien star system? The shattered remains of an ancient world? Or something entirely beyond our understanding? Whatever it is, 3I Atlas has already changed us. It's forced us to question what we know about comets, chemistry, and the origins of matter itself. It's reminded us that the universe is still full of surprises, that even now, in an age of powerful telescopes and deep space probes, we're still just explorers staring into the unknown. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the mystery itself is the message. Whether it's a natural wanderer or a crafted machine, 3I Atlas is a symbol of the cosmic vastness beyond our reach, a whisper from a place where the rules are different, the stars are older, and the stories are yet untold. Soon, it will be gone, vanishing into the darkness between suns, leaving behind only data, debate, and wonder. But for now, it races past Mars, glowing brighter, stranger, and more beautiful than ever, a cosmic messenger on a one-way journey. A traveler from a distant home, a reminder that we are not alone in the vast ocean of stars, and that the universe, even after all we've learned, still holds secrets beyond imagination. The mystery of 3I Atlas is only just beginning, and soon it'll vanish into the darkness, taking its secrets with it. But what we uncover now would rewrite everything we know about our place in the universe. So stay curious, keep watching the skies, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because when the next interstellar visitor appears, you'll want to be here to witness history unfold.